Hey, this is Arrow, and this is The View from my writing instrument. The problem with writing a book is the act of writing a book. Every page is like going to a hockey game. Rather than putting focus on the puck sliding across a line in the net, a fight breaks out. The writer wants to expand. The editor is Twitter and Facebook tainted and believes tune-out arrives too quickly. The fixer wants to race back into every page and connect the dots. The dreamer is still on a trip somewhere between the moon and the Hubble Space Telescope's farthest star. Writers allow their emotions to be tossed out. It's as if we're fishing. Each mood is a hook baited by bewilderment and wonder, dangling freely, the wings of a breeze, luring messages from distant conversations to unexpectedly latch onto a tree limb. Looking downward at the bare earth below, and weeping like a kitten caught in a bag because something extraordinarily free had just captured what little freedom a writer is given to breathe. Unmasking my writer is like playing a game. I put a pen in his hand just to say I love you. But how do you love what keeps you awake late into the night? Puts your brain on overload while inching through the thickness of rush hour traffic. Causes you to find jolly in all things willing to shout out party. My best writing has always come during the arrival of a third or fourth glass of wine. I've got the guts to look at my creative self and confidently say, if you're so good at what you do, figure out how you're going to explain the unpredictable ending that just took place. Taking on the challenge, the writer will spend 3 or 4 days painting a room, thoughts tossed out like rain ripping at the grip granite has on a mountainside. A single sentence will always have more power over me than a 12-year-old little boy being given his first dirty magazine. Both are brilliant displays of expression, but which of the two reaches through the mirror to the other side, where the two eyes looking back rarely if ever give off a scent of acceptance? The writer snorts, giggles, and trickles his way back into a real world where the expectation of survival remains higher. Because there are fewer people that realize the multitudes of indifferences that still live inside a single sentence, brightening up the path much larger and more well thought out than the lighting drifting gently across the shaded lips of a goddess, nearly next to being too perfect for even the richest people of the world. Writing is air. It's rotten, it's murky, thick, humid, trashy, used-up air that's been invisibly pounded through the pores of my writing fingers like blood seeping from a heart beating out the lyrics of a forever dance. I feel like vomiting after a great writing day. There's so much soot left behind. I'm clogged up, tied to a rail. The massively out-of-control freight train of life screams, you wasted too much of my day. I could have been outside playing, but you chose to sit in a half-lit room overlooking a forest that creeps me out when you lay claim to it speaking a language only you hear. The writer can be seen on the computer keyboard right now, nodding his head up and down, as if to say, I've lived it. It's beyond being true. I'm just a part of the process of reaching a universe 16 light years from the day it was poured all over me. All people are born to write. Most refuse to believe it. So they pick up an addiction, then spend the rest of their life waiting in wonder, killing themselves over having to explain why there's so much silence in places that should be blessed with music. That's where I come in. 2 sips of air sucked into my lungs like chocolate eating away at ice cream. I can feel a writer's soul starving. Not a thought falls from these lips master planned to my face. The look alone says, like a vampire, you can try and walk away. Be it this lifetime or any other, there's going to come a day that you and I are going to creatively bleed. I'm Arrow, and that's The View from my writing instrument.